Gentleman from Minnesota rise.
Move to strike the last word in opposition to the amendment.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to point out a few important facts about this the for-profit educational sector, and that is that the low-income students make up half of the enrollment for for-profit colleges, and minority students comprise about 37%. So this really is a matter of low-income and minority students facing what are high-cost loans for students, and often 90% of the money comes from the federal government. Now, as I listen to my friends on the Republican caucus, I would think that they would want the best value for the public dollar. This rule means that some money spent will result in the outcome that's sought in the beginning, which is gainful employment. Too many of the students who go to these schools are coming out with nothing other than big debt and no education, no gainful employment at all. And this is a problem, and I'm surprised that we would not say that, look, we are going to make sure that when the federal dollar is put forward, there will be value coming back for it. Now, I'm no opponent of for-profit colleges. I think ones that are performing well are certainly welcome in the market and serve a valuable role. But there are bad actors, and I think it's important to point out we have seen this movie before, Mr. Chair. We've seen it when people said, look, poor people, low-income people of color need to get mortgages, and well, you know what? They can get subprime mortgages. Now, not all subprime mortgages were predatory mortgages, but some were, and enough were to be able to take advantage of people on a very severe scale. This rule, if it goes into effect, if allowed to proceed forward, would make sure that these students and the government get good value for their money, and no for-profit college that is not relying on a business model that bilks the consumer, the student, should object. No college, no for-profit college that relies on a business model that actually is designed to help the students they propose to help should object to saying, look, we're going to deliver on what we say we're going to deliver, which is gainful employment. This is no friendly thing for the poor and low-income students of color. This is an abuse. Not all for-profit colleges, but some. And the federal government has a responsibility to make sure that these students are not taken advantage of. By the logic of some of the proponents of this amendment, we should say that, look, any loan shark, pawn shark, payday lender, we ought to just thank them because, you know what, they serve the poor. Well, they better serve the poor in a fair, scrupulous way and not take advantage of people in a circumstance that is where they are at a disadvantage. So I urge members to vote this amendment down and to allow the proper rulemaking procedure to go forward. And I yield back the balance of my time.